What's up, Dover Help Squad? This is Maximus AR34, aka Ted. I've got some gameplay footage for you here. I normally wouldn't post anything like this online, but this video was requested by one of our own, one of the best players in the clan, Z-Bone. He wanted to see what we both thought was a perfect game, but in fact was not, as I watched back through it just before editing this. It is a KD one death match, but nevertheless I'm bringing it to you here in the hopes that you'll enjoy watching this and perhaps even learning a little bit as well along the way. As you can see, I'm using the class, fully upgraded. I'm currently running a Warlock Voidwalker with Blink, and most of the buffs are Nova Bomb buffs. So you can see I jump up and shoot this guy with the sniper rifle in the dick. I normally play with shotguns, so that's why it was more of a reflex move when I saw him go into that tight corridor there to rush him. Not really thinking about what I actually had equipped in my secondary. As you saw at the beginning, I generally rush for B flag. It tends to be the most transitional point on most maps. It tends to draw a lot of enemies, so it's a place that I generally try to be. As a good rule of thumb, and I like this block on this map. I think it holds decent lines of sight to both the waterfall position, to the heavy spawn, and even to the lower heavy spawn on the bridge. So here I'm just trying to be patient. I was playing with a bunch of people that were tending to rush forward a little bit, and I don't like to spawn switch, especially on this map once we're holding 2 points, so I'll tend to stick around the center and wait for enemies to coalesce before I do any kind of rushing or moving to rear or edge parts of the map. I'm not super proud of using my Nova Bomb right there. It was more out of not wanting to get a decent position in that stairwell than feeling like I needed to use it in that spot. I often forget to crouch when I should be, especially when I'm kind of in a holding pattern like I am here. So I need to remember to do that. I don't know, I just not super proud of that headshot. I felt like it was a little snapshotty, a little drag snipey. That one, I feel like you can see very, very specifically goes through the wall, and that was definitely a drag snipe. Drag sniping has always been part of Halo games. I don't think it will ever not be a part of, I said Halo games. I meant to say Bungie games. But as you can, you can obviously see it was definitely a part of Halo. It's a way of kind of tricking the hitbox into, dragging that crit headshot across the screen. More of a reflex, more of a muscle memory than actually trying to do it. It's fucked up the blink. That's great. I thought I saw some enemies coming around the corner, so I was just kind of waiting on some movement, but he must have chosen to go corridor side there, hallway side. Here, I don't know, I mean, that 31 was really the only real competition in the match. He had a hell of a time, because he was playing with some pretty bad scrubs. I felt pretty bad for him. The second half of this match is really where I pick things up and get the bulk of my kills, because as you can see, I've only gotten just a handful in the first 5 minutes. Totally wasted a rocket there. Thanks a lot, Jay-Z. I even, you'll notice when I'm walking around, I tend to use Blink. I think that, in terms of medium to long range, people who might have a line of sight on you, it makes it a lot harder on them. in terms of targeting. It's tantamount to doing a serpentine pattern. But here, again, I'm not super proud of that gameplay. I should have had a reloaded mag there and been able to have a much larger string of kills, but I got some points out of that. We have 4 people in this hallway. I tend not to spend too much time in areas like this because I think you have plenty of firepower there. You really don't need a whole lot more. At this point, I run backwards because I think you might have a spawn switch. Luckily, we had just a few recent spawns there, so I didn't have to worry about that. Here I push. I was hoping I had an overbomb, so I try to restrict this guy's line of sight on me, get that nade in there. I got lucky that my super came up pretty quickly after that, and I was able to get a few more cleanup kills. If I had had my Nova Bomb, I usually tend to pour those into bubbles. I do the same thing with Hunter Golden Guns, although I tend to run with the activated symbiote, so I have 4 rounds, so I can usually use the 2 on the bubble and have a few extra for combustion kills. Maybe you can string a few of those. The scrubs kept jumping in that hole down there right by the heavy. I don't really know what they're trying to do. Maybe they don't have the second jump unlocked at this point. I really don't know. But I thought they were higher level than that, but maybe not. Here I'm just sighting to protect heavy. I got lucky because I had a feeling he was gonna strafe back. Really not a great idea on his part after seeing the scope glint, but I did anyways. Pretty standard top-down rocket kills there. Again, a staple of Halo. If you played any time in that game, you just utilize the same tactics: jump, fire. Same thing here. It's pretty. And I run back here again just in case of spawn switch. It's pretty standard rocket play there. I've got 1 round. I know I got to make it count. I did. I felt better about that shot as well because it occurred with some screen shake and thorn burn. Here, I really should have just shot him a few times and meleeed him. I shouldn't have set him up for Jay-Z or for crazy like that, but whatever. I take that guy down. You'll notice I tend to shoot at any kind of movement. It's kind of a Halo habit. I like racking up assists. I like making kills a little bit easier for the guys around me. And also too, that person or that enemy can potentially come back around at a later time and have less health. So I just tend to shoot at everything. I realize it's maybe not great for my accuracy ratios, but I can deal with it. Pretty decisive victory. This has been pretty consistent lately. At least me and Z-Bone have been playing like this in skirmish, kind of getting ready for trials. So yeah, 24 KD. I wish it'd been zero deaths, but I can handle one death and 24 kills. That's pretty good leverage there. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Definitely see you guys on for House of Wolves.